Hey folks, welcome back to Old Boy and Georgia Guitars and More. Been promising a while talking about this Squier telecaster that I'm going to be, changing up a little bit. So finally I'm getting around to showing you a little bit about it. So what it is it's a Squier standard, telecaster, Indonesian. Got the Laurel flat fretboard, got, decent sized frets, pretty nice quality guitar. So what we're going to do on this thing is I'm probably going to change the tuners to the old style Fender tuners, the inline kind of, with the, where you load the string in the end up here. That's probably what I'm going to end up doing, is changing these out. Plus, I'm going to sand this neck down and darken it. You can tell how light it is. It just don't look finished. It looks cheap. I mean, the wood grain's actually pretty nice, but it just looks cheap. I'm gonna darken it up some, and like I say, I'm probably gonna put the tuners, the age tuners. I'm into this age stuff. Seems like everything I'm doing it right now is something to do with worn, aged relics. Seems like it just comes and goes that way, but that's what I'm doing. And the reason, which this body is an antique burst, is what it's called. Is an antique burst, and it's a string through body, which for that light isn't reflecting, you can actually see, some of your affinities or whatever, Squier telecasters are, they're not string through body. And, I really don't care, too much for that. I mean, a telecaster, the strings ought to go through the body. So, what I've got for this thing is I ordered a set of Earl Slick pickups. Bakersfield pickups is the particular model, and I've also got another pick guard, but you can see the pickup, how it's aged, and I've got to do the screws. The screws that came with it were the kind that screw into the body that use a plastic spacer. So I've just picked these out of my bin, but I've got to dull them down. And I got this pick guard off of eBay, and, I like it, but I'm not sure that it's going to look right on this particular guitar with the color. If it don't, then I'll change it and put something else. But that bridge pickup, the neck pickup is a 7.6K is what it is. Then the bridge pickup, to give it a difference in its stuff, this is the pickup that came out of it. And see how bowed it is? Can you see it? The camera showed how it's just bowed. And something else, before I got this guitar, I don't know what happened to it, but these pickups, the pole pieces and the cover on it are covered in metal. It's not just like steel wool metal. It's like metal shavings. So I don't know what kind of environment it is. It's a used guitar. So anyway, but that's the pickup that came out of it. That's what was in it. And you can see it's got the regular tape stuff around the coil, like most of them. This is the one that's going back in it. And you can look at this one and tell that it definitely looks old. It's wrapped with the cord. And I thought that was really cool. I wasn't expecting that. It's got the, vintage type wiring. This thing is really, really nice. And you can see, I don't know if that camera will focus on that or not, but it's 8.2K. So it's a little, it's a little bit higher output maybe than like I say, this DC resistance output thing is not exactly that don't mean a whole lot. If you ever watch Dylan Talks Tone, he does some pickup winding and all that. He's got some real good explanations about why that DC resistance don't necessarily determine what the pickup's going to sound like. But these Earl Slick pickups, I've put them in several guitars, and I mean, for the price, I mean, I love them. But they only come in a relic version. You can't get, it comes, it's got your old rusty screws and stuff that go in the bridge. So that being said, we've got, the bridge, the original bridge, and it's all shiny and pretty, and putting that old pickup in there with the rusty screws, that's not going to look right. So what I'm going to have to do is rough this up and do a little aging on it. And of course, it ain't going to be no time period correct because of the type bridge it is. I'm not trying to do that. I want it to make it look like that it's older, but not relic. So, and I'm not wanting to change the bridge because I love these bridges. They're so much more comfortable than the old ashtray type bridge, and these saddles are so much better than that old, the old 3-piece deal, trying to intonate those things. And they're just uncomfortable on your hand playing. So that's my preference. And so I'm going to try to rough that up a little bit, and I may actually take and dull the shine on the guitar. I'm not going to cut it down to the wood or do nothing stupid. Just dull the shine down a little bit on it. And I've also got, my new electronics to go in it, the good switch, jack. That's another GFS deal there. I can't buy the components and put all that together for what they, I can get this so much cheaper. It's already done, got the vintage wire. These things are great. I mean, I have no problems with them at all. Never, so that's what I'm going to do. I've got to shield the cavity and, do some hardwire work, stuff like that. So I'll try to do some videos of actually doing some of this. I know you get tired of me talking about I've done and I'm going to do. You want to see me do something. So we're going to, but that's just what we got into with that. And so I promised to talk about it. Now I've kind of shown what I'm going to do. I'll try to show some, get some video of actually installing this stuff and putting it together. So I know that's what people want to see. So if you just want to hear somebody talk, you could watch, something on TV. So anyway, that's just a little video on that. That's what I'm going to be trying to do. And like I say, these other projects, I'm going to try to narrow my scope down and not have so many different things going on at one time, because it's hard to keep up with. It gets, try to just do one, do another, but it's just hard sometimes when you're having to wait on one thing or another. So anyway, I appreciate everybody watching, and if you want to, hit the subscribe button and hit the little bell and watch this thing get transformed and upgraded, and we'll see what we can do with it. So I appreciate everybody watching. Until the next time, see you.